In this tutorial, we'll look at the secret control panel, pasting into NotePad, the random nature of your BoosterTron, favoring certain keywords, the speed load feature, and creating two-word phrases. There are times when you really don't want to hear your BoosterTron operating, so if you want to run the BoosterTron in silent mode, use the scroll bar at the right to scroll down to reveal the two buttons in the secret control panel. One button turns off the audio to run in silent mode. The other turns off the lightning flashes. You can always turn them back on if you like. Let's turn the audio back off for now. Your BoosterTron allows you to copy and paste the best ideas into a word processing document, like NotePad. Use the keyboard commands for copy-paste. Just sweep across the phrase with your mouse. Hold down the control button and type C to copy. Then paste it into NotePad, your spreadsheet, or another document by holding down the control button and typing the letter V. Before you forget, you may also want to go ahead and add some notes about why you thought this was such a good product idea. When your BoosterTron assembles a random phrase, it might randomly choose the same seed word twice in a row. What this means is that after a word is chosen from any module, it can be chosen again, randomly, from all the seed words in that module. In other words, the BoosterTron does not cycle randomly through all the other seed words before using one of them again. This makes it a truly random process. So each time you click the Stimulate button, each of the 21 slots has an equal chance of being chosen, even twice in a row. It's the same as if you picked a playing card from a shuffled deck, then returned it to the deck, reshuffled, and by chance drew out the same card again. So don't worry if during a session you see one of the same seed words appear again sooner than you might have expected. Of course, you're more likely to notice this happening in the BoosterTron models that have only 7 or 11 seed words in each module than in the models which have 21 or 31 different seed words. Sometimes you may want the BoosterTron's random process to favor a specific seed word phrase so that it shows up more often than the others. In this particular BoosterTron, Model 21.3, each of the 3 modules has 21 slots for seed words, so if you put a different seed word into each slot, you would expect it to show up on average about 5% of the time. But what if you wanted a seed word to be selected about 1/3 of the time instead of roughly 1/20th of the time? In that case, you could choose any 7 of the 21 slots and load them up with the same seed word. Then that word or phrase should show up in the final output phrases roughly 1/3 of the time, while each of the other words would show up only about 5% of the time. Rather than type the same seed word over and over into different slots, you could type it once and then use the keyboard commands to copy it, Control-C, and then paste it again and again, Control-V, to replace the keywords you don't want to use. Here's how that would look inside the control panel. Let's replace this seed word by typing a new one. Then let's copy it with the keyboard command, Control-C, click Next, until we find another word that we want to replace, and use the keyboard command, Control-V, to paste it. Let's find another one. Next. Control-V to paste. And let's replace this one. Control-V to paste. Now if you want to place the same seed word into several consecutive slots, the easiest way to do that is to type it into one slot and then activate the BoosterTron speed load feature. In the control panel, you do that simply by typing in the word you want duplicated, and then clicking the next button very quickly for as many times as you want that seed word to be duplicated, and it will overwrite the existing words in the upcoming slots. If you accidentally load the same word into too many slots, just use the previous button to go back and correct it. If you ever leave one of the slots blank in one of the modules, then in the random process, when the BoosterTron chooses that slot, it will ignore it and simply create an output phrase from the remaining two modules. So if you want to assemble two-word output phrases only from the seed words in modules B and C, for example, then you could just leave empty all the slots in module A. A quick and easy way to erase all of the existing words in a module is to use the speed load feature. Simply delete the existing word or phrase in slot A1 so that it's blank, and then quickly click the Next button. In Model 21.3, you would quickly click the Next button 21 times to clear out all 21 slots. Then the output phrases will be built only from the seed words in modules B and C. Or, if you wanted to create all hyphenated words, you could load up module B completely with hyphens or dashes. This is the end of the basic video tutorial part 2. In part 3, you'll discover how to type or paste foreign language phrases and special characters into your BoosterTron and how to use Google Translate. If you prefer written manuals instead of videos, just open up the step-by-step PDF guides, which include all of the same topics and more.